So I don't know what I did, but I did something. So my camera shut off, and I had to move to this one. So hopefully everybody who was in that live saw that I switched over. Teehee, technical difficulties. So sorry. Not your fault, my fault. Okay, so I have a lot of news to cover. As well, I mean, maybe you guys haven't noticed because, like, who cares that much about me? But so I have a lot that happened in this past week since I last posted. So just to list it, I got my job and started it. I got a house, but that's a whole story, so I will get into it. There was another thing. That's why I titled this Big Things Coming 3. Apparently, not that big. Well, let's see. It'll come up. I'm sure it will. But I am having a week that is exciting, but also very over. Oh, I opened my diamond painting shop, my drill shop. So if you guys aren't aware, I opened a diamond drill shop. It is the only diamond painting drill company in the U.S. that sells resin drills. I have ordered from every U.S.-based drill company, and even though some of them say they're resin, they're not resin. And then I message them and they're like, yeah, we're not resin, we were lied to. And I'm like, so hopefully eventually they like get help on identifying it instead of like selling it, because like a lot of people have been messaging me like, oh my god, I'm so upset that like I paid $80 something for this Heaven and Earth Designs drills and they're all acrylic and they're not good quality. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't do it though. So yeah, those big three things happened. My husband texted me. Let me pick a color. Number 3, baby. So, let's talk about my job first. So, if you guys don't know, for a while I've been trying to get a job subbing in my school district, which is in Southern California. And so I went to go get fingerprinted last Tuesday or Thursday, I think. And then I randomly got a kind of like a pop-up like live stream orientation, and then the like, I don't know what she, like, I guess she would be my supervisor. She was like, called me on Sunday night and was like, hey, here's students going through a really rough time. Do you think you can go and be like emotional support? And I was like, sure thing, dog. And showed up, and the kids liked me. So cool. So the first day was really good, and today was my second day. And second day was a lot more chaotic. Yesterday, my first day, I was dealing mostly with sixth graders. So for the most part, they were pretty chill. They would get a little loud, and then you say class, class, and they're like, yes, yes, and then go from there. But today I was dealing with kindergarten, first, second, and third. Like I'm kind of a traveling sub, so like say a teacher's gone for a couple hours, I take over that class, I go to another class, I do this. It's just, that's what I was doing today because I was waiting for my resident sub position. Basically a resident sub is just that you are working specifically for one school instead of going to multiple schools. So I go to my like homeschool, or not homeschool, but I go to the school that I'm going to be working at like every day tomorrow. What? Oh, okay. I was watching Bev's live and I still have my headphone in. And the only reason I'm not looking at the chat yet is because I know if I do, I'm going to get distracted and not remember what I'm saying. So after I get through the work section, I will go ahead and read those. So that was eventful. And yeah, today, so okay, I prefer middle school and high school because I prefer their break schedule. So pretty much every time it's a passing period, that's a break for the teacher. And with elementary school, it's the 2 main recesses and then lunch. So it's like further apart and you get longer breaks, but I would prefer shorter breaks closer together. And even though the kids, like, so in the beginning of the day today, I was with first graders, and it was pretty easy, but they're a lot of energy, and I swear, it's so sweet. So every class I was in today, little kids would raise their hand. Excuse me, Miss M. Miss M. Yes? I just want to let you know you're pretty. And I'm just... I think it's so cute. They were so sweet. And I got that a lot today. I got, I love your dress, because I was wearing a dress. Now I'm in pajamas. And a lot of, I love your hair. And a lot of, I like you so much. And it's... So it was nice to, like, you know, have the kids. And then, you know, I didn't think I was that great. Like, this is my first 2 days. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of winging it. And the principal of the school was like, hey, if you ever want to come back, you don't even have to ask. Just show up and we'll give you work. Like, please come back. And they were upset that my assignment for that school is ending today. And, you know, it feels nice that, like, I was that appreciated when I felt like I had no clue what I was doing. And then the first day I was helping another sub. So pretty much their teacher passed away like 2.5 weeks ago. So they just wanted somebody there who could, you know, be emotional support if they needed it. And I guess during my interview when I had, or during my orientation when I had talked to my supervisor, she just got the vibe that I could help people like that. So that's why I even came to this school. I was supposed to start at a different school, which is the one I'm going to tomorrow. But yeah, I did have to send one kid to another room, and I felt bad, but he hit 2 other kids. So there's that. Okay, now I'm gonna catch up on the chat because I've pretty much caught you up on work. But yeah, it went from fingerprinting to orientation on Saturday to working on Monday. So I'm gonna quickly say hi to everybody. So hi, who said hi? Hi Sabrina. Hi Naomi. Hi Julia. Hi Bev. Hi Basset Hound. Hello Kitty Krazi Diamond Days, because I forgot your name again. Let's see. Hi Jeanette. Hi Melanie. I think I caught up. Okay. Why do you have to get fingerprinted? Just wondering. Basically, I mean, it's a government job. Like, if you're working for a, like, public school, it's a government job, so that's why. They also do a background check and a drug test, so I had a pee in a cup and a TB test. A girl with her books with diamonds. I am working on Portals of Past from Dreamer Designs. It's a lot of purple, and this is just an old whip from the spring drill along with Dreamer Designs that I'm trying to get done because I'm trying to work through my whips. But of course, because of what is it called? Drills and Chills, I'm adding a new canvas to my whip pile. And then also, soon I'm going to be adding another whip because I'm doing Emeralds and Fairy Lights. Emeralds and Fairy Lights Festival of Witches drill along, which is pretty much goes along with Drills and Chills. So I know I'm not going to get this done before tomorrow, but I'm really excited to work on that. And then tomorrow I'm going to be posting a video, hopefully tomorrow. I'll be posting a video sharing my kitting up of my Drills and Chills canvas, the first one that I unboxed, which is, like, the unboxing is already on my channel. And I need to film an unboxing of the one that I'm doing for Festival of Witches. Tee-hee. But yeah, all of the office workers and like the principal and pretty much every teacher, they're like, you could come back. Do you want to give me your sub number so I can, like, have you come back? And I'm like, oh, actually, I'm going to be working at a different school, and it's like a resident position. And they were like, are you sure? You can come here anytime. And I'm like, listen, I love y'all here, but I'm not cut out for elementary school. I much prefer higher grades. Taliaha, you should be able to start today. If it's the first where you are, I don't see why you wouldn't. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Sherry. I think you have to take a tuberculosis test so you don't give it to kids who would be compromised and not be able to get vaccines when they were younger. So it's required for teachers, at least in the California. I was gonna say in the United States, and then I said California. So you can call me T. It's my nickname. Okay, if I will try and remember, but I'm also like burnt out from trying to remember a million names today. Yeah, all government jobs have you get fingerprinted. Hey, Sherry. And yeah, they needed to make sure I wasn't weird. And you know, it's so weird. Like, I know I'm an adult, but since I've been in school, like even the last time I was in college, like I still feel like a kid. So when all of these like, you know, other staff members and teachers are talking to me like a normal adult, I'm like, I feel like you're so much more than me. What am I? And it's so weird because like mentally I'm like, I know I'm an adult, but I feel like a child. And yeah, I was able to get the kids to listen to me. And yesterday I was co-subbing, so he was doing the teaching and I was doing like emotional support. And he was like, how do you get them to listen to you? And then I was like, how do you get any kid to listen to you? What do you mean? Like, you just tell them. And they run amok for him. But I also feel like students sometimes are nicer to female teachers because they're like, oh, it's like my mom. And they'll kind of like mess with male teachers. So maybe it was a little bit of that going on, or I could be wrong. My light's being stupid. No, never apologize for your name. Your name is your name. If that's your name and you like being called it, I want to get it right. So if it's Talea, or is it Talia, Talea, I want to make sure I do it right. I'm 49 and I still feel like a kid. I think everybody just pretends that they feel like an adult. Nobody feels like an adult. I don't think so. And then it was so funny today. So I'm 4'6". I think I've mentioned it on here before, but that means I'm the height of an average like 7 to 8 year old, an 8-year-old more so. And when I was looking after a second grade class while a teacher used the restroom, and the kids were like, you're not a teacher. And I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm your sub. And they're like, no, that other lady was our sub. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm the sub for the sub. And they're like, you're just a big kid pretending to be a teacher. Why did she believe you? And I'm like, no, I'm a sub. And they had these cute little baby faces, and I was just like, oh my god, you do. And so I was like over 6 feet away, and I was like, would you believe me if I showed my face? And they were like, maybe. And I pulled it down. They're like, she doesn't look like a kid, but she looks like a kid. And they're like, you still don't look old enough to be a teacher. And I'm just like, I'm 27. And they were like, horrified gasps everywhere. I thought that was so funny. Yes, Dawn. Right. Talia, or I believe that's her name. Never apologize for it. I couldn't teach my kids, especially in elementary. I would tell them to shut the beep up, and they got on my nerves. I would be fired for also calling them little asshats. You have my respect. Yeah, I can't do younger kids. Like, I love them, and I can be sweet to them. And they were, like, I kept passing them, the kids I had in the morning all day, like, in the halls and at lunch. And they'd be like, Miss M! And I'm like, I only had them for a couple hours, so they must have liked me to remember me enough to, like, say hi. I'm just very immature. Oh my god, hi, amazing. Hi, Pinks. Hi, Jennifer. Okay, but I didn't have any candy. All I had to do was say, class, And then they'd say yes, yes, and I was like, why are you guys being mean to me? Would you like it if like the person sitting next to you was mean to you? And they were like, no. And I was like, why would you be mean to me then? You're hurting my feelings. And they were like, okay, we won't do it. It's, you just have to like pretty much put yourself on their level. I'm on live. My grandma always sneaks in and then gets nervous when I say I'm on live. What?
You're going to King tomorrow?
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, hopefully you didn't hear that. If you didn't, no, you didn't. I'm 5'2". I can stand next to you forever. My sister's 5'2", and she's like huge to me. To me, she looks like tall as heck. Hi, Bick. I'm 4'11". Younger kids always make fun of my height. I'm really salty that I hurt my left wrist. No. But yeah, and oh my gosh. So later in the day, I was dealing with all third graders, and they were just roasting me nonstop. Like saying, are you supposed to be that tall? Like, did something happen to you? Are you, did something, did you have an accident when you were a kid? Is that why you're so small? Y'all have no filter, do you? And that class, I had no idea what I was supposed to do because they just kind of threw it in me in their last second because a parent had come to talk to that teacher. So a lot of it is pretty much just improv. Just like go in there and act like you know what you're doing and then should be good. So I'm caught up on the chat for now. So I'm going to go on to talking about the house. So as I've talked in a lot of my lives about the fact that me and my husband have been looking for a house, hasn't been going well, kind of confusing everything. Well, like a year and a half ago, I had talked to my step grandma about possibly renting or buying my great grandparents' house and like renovating it. It is a house that was built in the 40s, and it is like in ruins. Like it is abandoned. The ceilings are caved in. Like it is not a functional house. So it's not like it's like, like ooh, freebie or anything. So I had asked her a year and a half ago, and she got around to it, and she told me that me and my husband could fix it up. And the only reason I'm willing to do it is because my husband is an electrician, and he has construction worker friends in every field, so we could probably do it cheaper. And it's nice, even though I know it's probably going to be 6 months or so before I actually get to be in my house. I have a house. So I think I did film a video walking through the house. It looks pretty bad. Not pretty bad, awful. It looks scary, downright scary. And the only reason it's not scary to me is because I was there when it was a normal house and it wasn't all like decrepit and overgrown. But I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I know it's like, a lot of people will be like, ugh, I'm not even excited yet because like there's still going to be so much work. It doesn't matter. It's like, because I mean, if you are from California, you know how hard it is to find a house. So even getting that taken off my plate, great. And for two, it's on a really nice property, and I'm gonna have a beautiful garden and beautiful trees, and I just absolutely love it there. I spent a decent amount of time there when I was a kid until my grandparents passed away. So within 2.5, 3 years, both my great grandparents and then their son, which was my grandfather, passed away. And that was when I was 7. So that's been about 20 years ago. And then it's been 7 years since somebody's lived in that house, which was my aunt with her kids. So it's going to be really nice to see it restored and like, see it as I remember it as a kid instead of like this house that's like not taken care of and beat up. So that's really exciting, and I'm super excited for that. It's going to be expensive, but I'm still happy. Because now I have a job, so hopefully I can afford it. I know it's going to take longer. Like, I'm going to try and side hustle and make as much money as possible so that I can get my house done faster. Because, oh my God, I just want to live with my husband already. I so badly want to live with him. And, you know, sharing a room at his parents' house for a couple months is not going to be fun. So I'm still going to try and, like, get it going as fast as possible. And, I don't know. I just really love the property. I'm so excited because it's kind of like on old farm property. So the property is really big, and there's like horse stalls and pig stalls. Like there aren't any farm animals anymore, but I can just imagine what I can do there, and I really want to like I don't know. I just want to do things there, and I haven't felt like it hasn't felt like home. Because you know how sometimes you go to your grandparents' house and it feels like home, even though that's like not your home. And for years going there, it hasn't felt like home. And when I went there the other day with my husband to go see like how bad the property was, because we knew it was really bad. And actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it felt like home. Like I felt safe there. Like it looked spooky and like dirty and like torn apart, but like it was still home. There's like only half the walls inside are up, and like there's exposed wires and everything. It's pretty bad. So be prepared for that when I do a vlog showing you guys. And be respectful because it was my grandparents, but it's pretty much been taken over by like raccoons and okay. Trigger warning, animals that have passed away. Just saying. So when I was walking through it, my husband was like, "Oh, there's a dead cat," and I was like, "Oh no, we should take it out." And he was like, "Well, it's kind of mummified, so I mean, it's not going to smell." And I was like, "What do you mean?" So when I went into the main bathroom, and there's like just a mummified cat, like you can just see every single bone of its tail, and like full skeleton because it's like inside, it's protected from any like you know rain or anything, so it was able to fully dry out. And yeah, so my sister and my cousin were both like, "Save the bones, please keep the bones." And I'm like, now I have to touch it. I'm pretty sure it was my aunt's cat that ran away when they were moving and they couldn't find it. And I think it eventually came back like a month or so later and then just got old and died because it was really old when they left it, anyways. But it had to have died like 3 years ago, so it was like on its own for quite a few years. So I think it just died of old age, and it was like, "This is my house. I'm gonna come in here." Okay, I'm gonna catch up on the chat now that I've told you about my house. My house. I'm so freaking excited. My husband's like, I'm not gonna be excited until like I get some of the work done. I'm just like, but why can't we be excited now? Okay. Where's your other mug? Oh, I'm not allowed to take the other mug to school because it has skulls on it. And I mean, the children have just dealt with their teacher dying, so I didn't want to, like I probably can bring it to but I didn't want to like accidentally like upset any kids. So this is the one that I'm using for school, and I didn't finish my drink in that one. Also, the other one's dirty. What was you, Jeanette? It's okay, Basset Hound. If you end up watching this in replay, I still love you. Sherry's nickname is Bubbles. I couldn't. Oh, okay. Some of these, like, I swear I read already, and some of these I'm like, what? Mackenzie, I am 4'6". I am the height of an average 8-ish-year-old, which I found out to be a lie because I was even shorter than some of the 8-year-olds. So sometimes I'm around the height of a 7-year-old, like a semi-tall 7-year-old. You're 4'4". Did you say your name's TJ or? I think there's a Tina, a girl with her books and diamonds. Congrats, a Reno suits you. Yeah, and we'll be able to fix it up the way we want. We're actually gonna make the house slightly bigger. We're gonna extend a side because it has like a little side yard that like is pointless because the yard is huge, so we don't need the little side yard. So we're gonna extend the house like 4 feet to make it slightly bigger on that side, and make the kitchen bigger and make the laundry room bigger. I'm so excited, and my husband's gonna like so I really want turrets. Like, you know how have you guys seen those cabins that like kind of have like those castle like turrets is what they're sometimes called, like those rounded rooms on the corners of the house, kind of looking like a bouncy house. I want one of those in my craft room and in the front living room so that there will be a cozy little space to sit. And my husband was like, okay, but it's gonna cost a little more. But I'm like, but okay, like we can do that. And he's like, yeah. So I'm freaking excited. Thank you, Sabrina. Yeah, every time I stand up, like when I talk to people when I'm sitting down, they're like, yeah, this is like for sure a professional adult. And then when I stand up, they're like, wait a minute, how old are you? And then I'm like, I'm just short, okay? Oh, I already have the keys. Dawn asked when I get my keys, is it yours right away? Yes, it's already mine. Well, I mean, it's still like it's my family's property. Pretty much it's my inheritance from my grandfather who passed away 20 years ago. And his wife owns the property, but there's several houses on the property. But she added us to the like house, and me and my husband just have to get like, you know, some permits and then maybe apply for a loan, but I don't know if we'll get accepted since I just started working. So fingers crossed with that. But I'm just gonna try and side hustle a lot. Hi, Sue. Bev, do you want me to send you the bones? How's Bev? See how Bev appears when she heard about my animals. Oh, I want to see it. Don't judge me, guys. Well, I already filmed the vlog. I can hold on. I can skip to that part real quick and show you on my phone, so that way it's like a little like censored because like it's a phone through a thing. But yeah, I brought my cousin and their girlfriend and my sister when we went and looked at it the other day when I took footage. So I'm gonna have to mute it, but and luckily I checked, like the address is not printed anywhere except for the mailbox, so I'm not gonna accidentally dox myself. It was me that spent $80 on acrylic drills from Cooper Diamonds. Haven't even messed with them ever since I got them. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Jeanette. Did you email customer service and say that it wasn't what you were expecting, or are you just gonna like eat it, or what? Like, what are your plans? I'm curious. Let me see. Okay, real quick. That is the front of the house right now. Like, it's real beat up, but it's beautiful. I really hope y'all didn't see anything. Okay, I don't think y'all saw anything schmurdy. Thank God. I thought I accidentally like showed nudes. I'm married, okay? And we live in separate houses. Okay, I'm gonna find the thumb, or well, I'm gonna like zoom into the part where the cat is, just for Bev. Yes, I am, and you're thinking of my last name. Finish the custom, Jade. Who finished the custom, Sue? You finished the custom? What custom? I mean, you're not going to be able to see it, Bev. It's just like... It's right there, but you can't really see it in the video, so maybe I can enhance the video, because I'm gonna film it a bunch of times before we even start renovating it. But it's bad. Like, I'm warning you guys. You're thinking, oh, just a house that has no. It's like the ceiling in many rooms is missing. Like, there's the outer roof, but not the inner ceiling. I'm going to eat it. Don't eat it, Jeanette. Oh, I thought she was eat the cost. I mean, are you gonna even email them? When I emailed Diamond Drills USA, they offered me a refund, but then I felt guilty, so I was like, no, it's okay because you admitted that they're acrylic, so it's fine. Oh my god, can you just imagine the customs when they scan the package at the border? Oh, for the bones! Love Spanish. Yes. So my if you didn't know, the grandparents that owned that house were Spanish. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure they're the ones, or their parents immigrated from Spain. I could be wrong, but anyways, he built that house. My great grandfather Cosme. So if I call it the Cosme house, it was him who built it. And I will say he was not the best builder. I mean, he built a house, but it's not very well done. Sorry, Grandpa. And I believe he passed away when I was 4 or 5. But yeah, very much so is Spanish. Like, it's like a Spanish cottage, and the yard is beautiful. And I like that I'm gonna have family like close by. The house is gonna be filled with a lot of love. Like, I'm so excited. Like, my mom was kind of nervous because my mom kind of like associates the property with like some bad memories. Nothing like, it's just, child of divorce type of memories. But even she's excited for me, and that was the one person who was like nervous about being on board about it. Well, I hope they email you back, Jeanette. That sucks. Because I would be ranting and raving if some. Because I even got mad at the AliExpress sellers who sent me acrylic diamonds. Now I have. Where is it? A whole like giant bin full of acrylic diamonds that I don't know what to do with them. Some people said I should sell them on my shop, but I also don't want like people to accidentally buy those and think that like I'm ripping people off. So I'm just kind of nervous to put those on my site. My husband had a photo taken on a cruise. I just finished it. Ooh, oh yes, I do remember that. I told you it was beautiful. I really liked how that came out. Like, even though the faces like were small in that, I feel like they came out pretty detailed, Sue. Got to go. I will watch you later on replay. Go to work now. Bye, Sherry. Have fun at work. Now on to the last thing, the third. My small business is open. It is Shopify.com it's JadedGemShop.com. And I think it's working. I haven't got any orders coming in, and I mean, I don't expect to get like a bunch of orders right away, so I'm just not sure if it works right, but I think it does. And also, if anybody wants to place orders and they're like confused and want me to like send me the chart and me like give you a quote. Sorry if you can hear my grandma yelling. Then you can either email me or DM me the chart and I can send a quote, or you can do it yourself. But it just also check like what you have in your stash if you want to use part of your stash and not buy drills for that, if that makes sense. Oh, don't worry about it, Lindsay. I'm just happy you're here. Honestly, when I was in Bev's live earlier, I was like cleaning my room a bit, and I was just like listening. I was like, I got a message because like I don't know. I always feel like I have to comment, but yeah, I don't care if other people like do or not. I understand like we all have lives, and hey, you have kids, so a girl and her books with diamonds. You sent me your chart on email or DM? Because I don't know if I've gotten it. Or have I messaged you back? Because some of my DMs have been like glitching out, and like a bunch of like all of my unread symbols have gone away, so I'm kind of unsure like who I've responded to. And then I'm getting back to some emails. Well, thank you for saving it in your favorites, Julia. Okay, I'll recheck all of my DMs to see if I missed anything when I get back. What if I just buy all of your green drills? Haha. Or all of your 310s? I mean, if you do, then you do. And the next person has to wait till I restock. It's okay, Lindsay. Do what you want. But yeah, it is live, and I can like fulfill the order for you, or not fulfill it. Like I'm not buying. That's how many I have, but I am sending up some gifts. Hi, Allie's Crafts Pursuits. But yeah, so that is live, and I really want to like take my time and take like up close pictures of each and every DMC code, like, and then put a timestamp, put a watermark on it so that people can see the quality of my actual drills, and that way companies can't use it for theirs, because there's a lot of companies, not necessarily on purpose, because like if you go to Diamond Drills USA, they for a long time they thought their drills were resin, but when you look at their pictures and you zoom in, you can see that they're acrylic. I think their supplier lied to them, and I let them know, and they were like, oh yeah, we're changing it. So I think just a lot of sellers in the US just went with a company that was like in their budget, and then ended up getting ripped off by them being sold acrylic diamonds. Bye, Sabrina. Can't find your page. Let me see if I can share it. I hope you guys can still see me while I'm on the other page. Okay, I have a lot of subscribers to my shop, so I know people are seeing it. Link in new tab. Okay, I am going to post it. Okay, I posted a direct link in the chat. You should be able to take it to the site. And by like any means, do not buy something because you feel like you need to or you're obligated to. Totally, just if you happen to want resin drills and you want to know that they're resin, then do it. But like, don't do it just because. Okay, thank you, a girl in her books. I think you said TJ or JT. Technically, my nickname could be JT because I'm Jade Taylor. Hold on, I want to get a bag of drills so I can show you guys the quality, because like I'm really excited about them, and I'm happy that I found. So, because like I said, when I was like doing the research from my shop, first of all, I researched tests on how to like determine if something is resin or acrylic. I did tests on different shops. I think I bought from 5 different shops, and 3 of them only sold acrylic, even though they said they were. No, 3 of them sold acrylic, and 2 of those said that they were resin, and 1 of them said acrylic, and I just didn't read it because I'm a dumbass. And then a company said they had resin drills, and they sent them, and only like 1 out of 10 was resin, and then the rest of the colors were acrylic. And then the final company or supplier I went with, beautiful resin drills, beautiful quality. So these are my glow drills. They actually like glow really nicely. I'm pretty sure I showed them on live already, because you're not going to be able to see the glow. Anyway, you'll be able to see the quality though. Focus, baby, focus. You see all that beauty that is resin drills? Ah! Don't mind me. I'm just falling off of my own thing. T. Ta 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 ta. A girl's book T. A girl's book T. I have to do something to memorize names. Also, I had to help a lot of children use the bathroom today. Like, not in the bathroom, but like I had to walk them to the bathroom. And that was like 90% of the job, was walking kids to the bathroom and making sure they don't die. Like, I mean, hey, it pays well. So, yeah, those were my 3. How do you know they are resin? Like I said, I did a lot of research when I was, because, okay, originally I have 2 Heaven and Earth Designs canvases that I really, really want. And I kept looking for drills that were reasonably priced in the US because I'm an instant gratification type girl. And I ordered drills from Evermoment like a month ago and they're still not here. So hopefully those show up soon. But, you know, I don't like waiting that long, especially when I don't know exactly when I'm doing each canvas. So it's like, you know, if I'm struggling to find nice drills in the US and getting them in a reasonable time, I'm sure other people are. And I actually messaged Bev. I was like, you know, should I do this? Do you think this is a good idea? And Bev was like, no, you totally should. And then like send everything to me for free because I'm in Canada. And obviously she was joking, but I probably will send Bev some drills because her knowledge was invaluable to me. And so I got to like researching. I did about 2 months of research. And for those of you who don't know, my sister is a nail tech. And there are very similar materials in nails. And there are tests that work exactly for resin and acrylic materials to identify which is which. So pretty much my sister taught me how to spot it. And then I did double check with the company. I went to, it was like an identification company or something, and sent them samples of both. And I was correct that the ones I have are natural resin, which come from like trees. So resin, you know, comes from trees. Not all resins, some are synthetic, but mine are from natural resins. And then acrylics are essentially something you mix with a powder and it becomes plastic, which, you know, if you like acrylic, that's fine. And if you want acrylic at a discounted price, I'm selling some. But if you like resin like I do, then hey, I am a US based shop that sells resin drills. And actually, my supplier is really good, and I can get, whenever I do a bulk order, I get them in about 4 days. So that's not bad, especially since they're coming from China. Will you always substitute kindergarten or elementary school? I hope not. Not because I think kindergartners and like elementary school, they're such sweethearts. I had angels all day, all day. But I don't like the break schedule for elementary school, because in elementary school, your breaks are recess, lunch, and then recess. And they're longer breaks, but you get them less frequently. Whereas for high school, every passing period is break time. So, you know, that's just what I prefer. Also, I do plan on eventually becoming a full-time teacher, like actual teacher, not substitute. And the subjects I prefer to teach work best in high school. So I feel like it would be counterproductive to spend my time in elementary schools when that's not going to go towards what I'm doing in the future. Yes, I am wearing a Star Wars shirt. It's the Japanese poster. I actually have probably like 15 or 16 Star Wars shirts because when I met my husband in high school, he was, you know, like a 16-year-old boy. So he was like a lot scrawnier than he is now. And he wore Star Wars shirts every single day to school, even if he got made fun of, which like, because it hadn't come back in like fashion to like Star Wars yet. And as soon as he like grew his man chest, like his chest got wider and he got all muscular, he couldn't fit them anymore, so now they're mine. What subjects do I want to teach? So either I want to teach performing arts, so like theater elective, a fun easy class, or I'd like to teach English because I'm interested in writing, so might as well. Also, my my college diploma, my bachelor's degree is kind of like tandem going in with, because it's literary arts and I focused on drama, but like you do all the English, so I'd probably be an English teacher or a theater teacher, but definitely single subject because I cannot do math. And now I swear every time I do these, I'm like, I'm going to get so much done. And then I never do. I get like one color done the whole life. And I think I'm only going to be on here for another 10 minutes, maybe 15, just because I want to see if going to bed early works for me. Because yesterday I went to sleep at 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. And then I woke up at 6 and I got so much done at 6 a.m. before I went to work, because I leave for work at around 8. And I have to leave a little bit earlier tomorrow because it's a different school and I want to make sure I get there on time. See, I don't have the qualifications to teach art, though. My mom does. My mom can teach art history and art history. But I don't have because you have to actually have a background if you're going to be a full-time teacher. Like, you can sub any subject no matter what. If you have your like license to do so. But I'm teaching. I wouldn't be able to teach art. Honestly, I really wish they still had home ec, because I would be the best home ec teacher. Like, I love sewing. The cooking, not so much. I'm good at doing my own taxes and, just showing them the home basics. But sadly, that is not a thing, at least in California anymore. Or I haven't heard anybody like do home ec since the 80s, maybe. I was originally in English literature and got writing awards. Then I realized I can't stand kids, so no teaching for me. Now I'm an engineer. I mean, hey, whatever works for you. I'm not good with younger kids. I'm fine if you're like, I'm gonna say 12 plus. We can vibe with each other. Oh, also, nope, I can't say that. Student substitute teacher confidentiality. Even though I'm not saying their name, I don't want to say what happened. But let's just say I felt bad. Not that it was my fault, but like just witnessing something. It's nothing like horrific, just like, anyway. I'm good with my cousins, that's it. See, I feel like I'm good with kids, but when it comes to little kids, I feel like I like my own and my own family, and I like the ones at school. It's just, it takes a lot of energy because they pretty much want to know everything about you and tell you everything about them. And, being a substitute, that's like, it's not just like, oh, you're teaching these same kids. They end up learning about you the first week and then it gets easier. It's like every class is always on. And it's like, whoa, I don't know how to handle that daily. But I do like them. They were very sweet. And like I said, like every time like a kid raised their hand and patiently waited, and I'm like, yes, what's up? I just wanted to say I think you're really pretty. I just wanted to say I like your hair. I just wanted to say, like, they were so stinking sweet to me. like the younger ones especially, because I mean the 6th graders, I mean they weren't bad or anything, they just were more to themselves, like they didn't necessarily ask a ton of questions or anything, but the little ones were just like so sweet. And then one kid just walked up to me and was like, hey, and then raised his hand, and I was like, what's up? And he was like, I just want to let you know I have a dog and he farts. And then that was it. He just wanted to let me know that he had a dog and it farts. And then some other kid was like, dogs can't fart, and trying to argue, and I'm just like, why? What made you guys come up with this? But I can remember being that age and just being like silly and saying whatever. And then I had some girls yesterday who were trying to get me to talk to them to get out of doing their work, and I'm like, no, you're not going to trick me into that. My son's high school just started life skills classes so kids can learn real dude, okay, I wish they did that here. They don't do that. Yeah, they don't have anything that's even relatively close to home ec or learning adulting skills. If they did, boy, I'd be like that, like something on rice. Beans and rice, because that's what I eat with rice. But I did feel very like loved, because like not only were the kids like the next day who saw me like, oh my God, Miss M, hi, why aren't you here? But the staff too, like, so I must be doing something right if they're like saying, no, please, I wish you would stay. But honestly, like, the kids and the staff were super nice, and I would go back if it weren't for the fact that I just don't like elementary school scheduling. It's just not a vibe. You know what? I should text my supervisor and ask what time that school opens, because I wonder if they start earlier than the elementary school. I should do that when I get off of this. Watch me forget and show up late. Oh, God. But yeah, I really liked it. And it's a lot better than I thought it would be. Like, I like it a lot more than I thought I would. So that's exciting. And it's weird, like, being on a schedule for some reason just works a lot better for me. Like, so say I was still just at home every day like I've been for the past year, I would do like one thing maybe in the day, and then I couldn't get myself to do anything. But for some reason, when so much of my day is taken up and like I have a schedule to wake up and a schedule to leave, that really works well with my ADHD and helps me channel things. Like, I'm doing this and I'm like, okay, I want to edit after. Oh, and I cleaned this morning. Like, I cleaned my room this morning, which was a wreck. If you saw, I think I posted, oh, you can't see it, but my floor is clean. Well, my dog has a blanket on the floor, but that's his blanket. Can't count that as mess. But also I had to make some phone calls. Like, they just didn't have anywhere else for me to be. So they were like, do you want to make some phone calls? I was like, sure. So it's like today. So yesterday I just stayed in one classroom all day, and that's pretty much all I did. And today I was running around constantly. My feet hurt. Good thing I didn't wear heels. I was thinking about it, but I didn't. I think it'll be a little bit easier with the middle schoolers, because I'm pretty sure they might keep me in the same classroom all day. But I mean, I could be wrong. I know I'm just going to show up to the office and be like, hey, I was told to come here. Let me see. Come clean my place. Drills and chains in every corner. Yeah, and the thing is, I've been struggling to clean my room for the last 2 weeks. Literally, the second day that I'm working, I wake up early and clean it. Like, what? Why is my ADHD like this? And you know what? It's weird. I think it does have something to do with my ADHD, because I was like this in high school. I could do everything, and I always felt like I had enough energy and time to get everything done, and I had extracurricular activities. I had school, I had homework, and I sewed on the weekends, and I had a boyfriend, and I just handled it. And then college was horrible for me. I always felt like I couldn't finish anything, couldn't start anything, couldn't do anything. And it's like 2 days back to a regular schedule, and I'm like, oh, I feel great. I feel like I can conquer the world. Like, there has to be something that has to do with like being on a consistent schedule that like works for me. Because college, like when I got to choose and I had to choose what I had to do, whew, that was not my jam, not my jelly, not my pink lemonade. Also, it's really funny making up weird phrases and kids being like, what? What does that mean? And just watching their eyes bug out. But yeah. Those kids were stinking cute. It just honestly, the worst part of today is it made me want kids so much more. Like, yeah, I had some kids throw little tantrums, and I had like, some kids, be mean or whatever, but like nothing I couldn't handle. And still I'm just like, now I want a million babies, a million. Maybe 1,000,002. Because like they just have such pure, beautiful energy, and I'm just like, geez, I want to be a mom so bad. Anybody seen that movie? Oh, what's her name? I think it's in Legally Blonde, or no, it's something. But she's like, it looks like the 4th of July. I want a hot dog so bad. Something like that. I got my magnets today, so I will be messaging you for an address to send you your cover reminders. You're so sweet, Jeanette. You know what? I'm going to send you my cover reminder so we can have each other's cover reminders and be best cover reminder buddies. And sorry if I end up sounding like a little bit like I'm baby talking. It's just that's what I've been doing all day, because I was with the real little kids today. I was mostly with first and second, and then for like maybe 15 minutes third. So yeah. It looks like the 4th of July. Do you ever get phrases stuck in your head? Because I do. Okay, I actually finished a color, so I'm proud of that. I'm just doing a double check. I've been so slow working on this canvas because, like, the past week and a half has been a whirlwind, and I'm just trying to get things done. By the way, I really love my new Unimade trace. This one's the translucent one, and I'm obsessed with it. It looks so ghostly, and it's perfect for my Drills and Chills canvas. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Alrighty. Honestly, and I'm really glad I started work the same week that I opened my drill company, because I honestly feel like, having something to organize and categorize for each order will be really nice for, calming myself after work. And like I said, I don't know why. I really love having a specific time I need to be awake and a specific time that I get home, and then the rest of the day is mine. And it just works really well for me. So, yeah. But with that being said, I gotta share my big news. And so, yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. I really loved you guys spending time with me and me spending time with you. And with that being said, I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.